In some games, you shoot anything that moves. In others, you break down into heaving sobs because the game has figuratively ripped your heart out and showed it to you.
I don't have much time.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 emotional video games. For this list, we're taking a look at the games that take players on a roller coaster ride of emotion. Whether it's eliminating beloved characters, destroying our favorite in-game worlds, or manipulating us to believe we were working toward one goal when it was really another.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
We're gonna try to avoid them as much as we can, but since they're really noteworthy moments in these games, spoiler alert.
What's the other option?
Number 10, Mass Effect 3. The final entry in BioWare's stunning space opera wasn't shy about revealing the harsh realities of war, or the casualties as a result of the galaxy's conflict with the Reapers. If that weren't depressing enough, players were forced to sort out some difficult decisions while facing the possibility of saying goodbye to beloved crew members. All that, and then there were the multiple endings upon completion that didn't quite work out in the optimal manner that BioWare wanted. Bummer. Number 9, Lost Odyssey.
Grandma! No! Listen, Grandma!
If there were ever a tale designed to wring every single last tear out of your body, it would be Kane's. Everywhere this immortal swordsman travels, sadness follows. His journey to recall even a sliver of the memories he's lost over his lifetime is one that's wrought with despair. But the empathy he shows others, despite his own personal struggle, is admirable.
You remember?
No.
We dare you to stay stone-faced during the text segments that recall Kane's past.
Is Mom?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since. Sarah.
Number 8, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
War and its consumption of life has become a well-oiled machine.
When Liquid Ocelot plots to dominate the world, Solid Snake is dispatched once again by Roy Campbell to take him out. Unfortunately, Snake's accelerated aging has racked his body as well as his health. It's sad to see the man who surpassed Big Boss don a special muscle suit just to get by.
You still have your youth. Don't waste it.
And the odds are constantly stacked against him.
I'm not an ordinary man to begin with.
Simultaneously epic and heartbreaking, Snake's final mission is a tearjerker up until the bitter end. Number 7, Halo Reach.
Bad news is, time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
From the beginning, you know the end. Before players suit up for the first time, they already know what's waiting for them in this deeply personal Halo game.
He gave his life thinking he'd just save the planet. We should all be so lucky.
But that doesn't make things any less distressing. The Spartans who valiantly gave their all for the good of humanity are relatable and engaging characters, so it's heart-wrenching to play an active role in the last moments of their lives. Thank you for your sacrifice, noble team.
Everything. Except your courage. That you gave to us. And with it, we can rebuild.
Number 6, Heavy Rain.
Jason!
Tracking down the deranged origami killer is a path wrought with despair, plot twists, and the extreme lengths one father would go to in order to save his child.
You're leaving. Aren't you?
Quantic Dream's neo-noir thriller places you at the forefront of the investigation. Whether you're Father Ethan Mars or FBI profiler Norman Jayden, there are plenty of moments that will have you turning your head away from the screen, in disgust or total despair. Number 5, To the Moon. The Sigmund Corporation specializes in wish fulfillment services, and the dying Johnny Wiles has recruited them for a little assistance. Before he passes on, his dying wish is to go to the moon, though he can't quite remember why. With the help of 2 doctors, he's able to live the life he's always dreamt of, though in doing so, he unravels a rather heartbreaking past concerning his deceased wife, River. Is someone cutting onions in here? Number 4, Final Fantasy VII. Cloud Strife is a recently recruited member of Soldier out to thwart the Shinra Corporation, until everything he knows to be true unravels around him. After some painful truths about his past come to light, and he finds himself locked in combat with the nefarious Sephiroth, the game takes a turn for the distressing, as Cloud fights to save all of humanity. Also, one of the most famous video game deaths of all time transpires along the way. Number 3, The Last of Us. Joel and Ellie are survivors of a worldwide epidemic that left society as we know it in shambles. After living through more than one man could ever hope to, Joel presses on with his young companion, only to be caught in a vicious cycle of killing, regret, and loss. It's one of Naughty Dog's most moving pieces of entertainment, and it's one that's sure to stick with you long after the credits roll.
Sarah? Baby?
Number 2, Shadow of the Colossus. This spiritual sequel to the equally gorgeous and heartrending Ico is a richly detailed and ornate journey that tasks you with felling one colossus after another. However, as each colossi fall, reality begins to unravel around you as you realize that nothing is what it seems. It's all in a bid to save the girl that you love, but by the end of the game, when the truth behind what you're actually doing is revealed, you'll be reduced to a quivering, emotional mess. Before we get to the number 1 spot, here are a few honorable mentions.
And when I die, don't bury me 'neath the western sky on the lone prairie.
Number 1, The Walking Dead Season 1. Telltale Games' stories following the popular zombie franchise are some of the saddest you'll ever see. Lee Everett's tale is the most memorable of all, given his close relationship with the adorable and plucky little Clementine. Of course, that just makes it all the more difficult when you're eventually faced with some tough decisions.
I thought it was gone.
I thought you were gone.
Who survives is usually all up to you, but let's just say that there are some things that you just can't change. Plus, frequently, you don't see it coming.
I was trying to protect all of us. I don't have anything left.
Do you agree with our list? What video game had you blowing through boxes of Kleenex? For more tear-jerking top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.